Next, let us understand how to create the relationship or the data model design in Power Pivot. Once you load the required tables into your Power BI desktop, when you go to the Power Pivot, you can see the relationship gets detected automatically, and Power BI, Power Pivot itself create the relationship between the tables. You don't have to create the relationship explicitly, but it is always a good practice. Better you can create the relationship explicitly. For example, I'm going to, for that, what we need to do is you need to click on the file menu. Click on the file menu, and here you will find something like options and settings. And you can click on the options. You can disable the default, the relationship created by Power BI. So before that, I will show you one example how it detects the relationship between the tables automatically. Okay. So what I will do is it's very slow Power BI. Go and import some tables. For example, I'm going to import dim customer XLS. And here I'm going to click on the sheet one. So this is one simple data transformation because the column names are not appearing in the proper place. I'm going to, anyhow, I'm going to select this one and I'm going to hit load. Now the customer dimension table got loaded. And I quickly go to the transform data, Power Query editor, and I'm going to promote the first row as a column header. Use first row as a column header. Yes, we are done. So now we have a proper column name. I am going to click on this one, close and apply. Now, currently we are in model view. Okay. Okay, I just give the meaningful name. Sheet one, instead of sheet one, I'll give it as a dim customer. Dim customer. So this is the naming standard in most of the project. We use it, dim customer, dim product. But when we talk, we call a customer dimension. A dim product, we call it as a product dimension. But in practice, while defining the name, we define the name like this. It starts with dim. Okay. And I'm going to load the another table, the sales fact table. Sales fact.xls. I'm going to select this first sheet in this Excel file. That is the one have all the data that are required to me. I'm going to hit load button. Since the sheet name was NC sales, it assigns the table name as NC sales, but the Excel file name itself sales fact. Okay. Look here. Did I create any relationship? Nothing, right? It automatically created the relationship. So next to the dim customer, you can see one. And next to the NC sales, you can see. Next to the NC sales, you can see star. That means one-to-many relationship. Each customer can have more than one relationship. Right? That means each customer would have ordered or they purchased multiple times. Each customer purchased multiple times. One-to-many. Now the question is, I did not, okay, I rename it with proper naming. Sales fact. Fine. Right. So one-to-many relationship exists between the customer dimension and the sales fact table. Good. Right. So the next one is now the question is here the Power BI desktop automatically detect the relationship and create the relationship. Is there any way I can make the Power, or is there any way I can tell Power BI, hey, don't create the relationship? Okay, I will take care of it. For that, you need to go to the File menu, click on the Options and Settings, and select the options. Once you go to the options, in the data load, right? So no, not that one. In the current file data load, you have something called auto deduct new relationship. Auto deduct is low. You can unselect it, which means don't deduct the relationship automatically. I will take care of it. If you click on OK, and then, for example, if I load another table, dim product. So here you will find this dimension table. I'm going to hit load now. Dim product table, you can see it, but the relationship this time was not created automatically. First of all, how Power BI deduct the relationship automatically? If you keep the cursor over here, you can see that very clearly. These two tables got linked, or the relationship got created with the common columns custody. And here also product ID is there, the same product ID, same naming convention. It did not create the relationship automatically because we have disabled that one here. You remember, right? In the option settings, we told Power BI, hey, don't deduct the relationship automatically. I will create it. How do I create it manually? You select this product ID column and then drop it on top of the product ID column exactly. Don't drop the product ID on any other column. Okay, product ID should get selected and you need to drop it on top of product ID. Look here on the product side, product dimension side, we can see one. Sales fact side, we can see many. So one-to-many, here also one-to-many. Now I'm going to organize neatly. I keep all the dimensions on top and then the fact table at the bottom. Okay. And yes, these are the table. Okay. Next one, what I do is I just select let me see if I have something on location. Yeah, I have another file called dim location.xlx. Location dimension table data. I'm going to load it here. Here we have something called location key. Let us see if location key is there in that new table. I'm going to select this one. I'm going to hit load. So here also this painful thing, right? You need to promote the first column as a header, column header. Little bit data transformation needs to be done. So these are the small things while loading the data itself, we can take care of it, right? So you can give some additional option, promoting the column as header and all. Again, going to the Power Query editor, it's painful thing. Probably we can suggest Microsoft. There are small things, right? You should not, yeah. So use first row as headers. No, something wrong here. Wait. Not on the customer dimension table, right? See, mistakenly did it. You need to select the location dimension table. Here only that problem is there. And see, certain things, if they takes care of it automatically, we will not run into this kind of mistakes also, right? I'm going to click on File and close and apply. Here, I just go here and I'm going to rename as a location. Okay, dim location. Now you tell me what is the common column between it. Yes, Jamal, you're correct. Location key and location key. Need to drop it. Look here. Now all these three dimension tables got linked with the sales fact table, but all the dimension tables next to that you can see one. The sales fact side, if you see star, which means many. So one to many relationship exists between the dimension table and the sales fact table. And if you see the arrow mark here, what it tells us is if you hover the cursor on top of this, and we can see that the customer ID from the customer dimension table flows from your customer dimension down to your sales fact table. And if you hover the cursor here, the product ID from your product dimension table flows down to your fact table. Similarly, location key flows down to your fact table. So unidirection. The arrow mark shows at the bottom, right? It is pointing towards your sales fact table, hence it is called unidirection. This is how we create the relationship between the tables. Okay, this is your star schema, right? This is your star schema. The snowflake is a little bit different. For example, I'm going to select dim category. Ideally, you can choose the file name itself as a table name. This is another painful thing. The sales data. Now what will happen? The table name will become, again, we need to promote it. I click on the transform data. Instead of loading it, we can click on the transform data. So that is that's the reason why you give that option there. Okay. What I do is I just use first as it is cat ID category. I'm going to say close and apply. Here I'm going to say I'm going to rename the sales data as dim category. In this case, there is no cat IDs available, right? Can you see any cat ID? Nothing. But these two tables have cat ID. I just need the meaningful name. It is dim category, right? Not D category. These two category needs to be linked. Cat ID, I linked it. So this is what your snowflake schema. You remember I discussed about star schema and snowflake schema. In the case of snowflake schema, what will happen is the dimension table values are not stored in a single table. It will get stored in the form of hierarchy. First category, in each category, what are the products are there, right? It will show that one. So you're not going to store, in the case of snowflake schema, all the product dimensional data in a single table. Instead, you will break this into more than one table. All the category information will store it here. All the product name will store it here. So, but here you will use the cat ID to link these two tables. So this is how you should create the relationship between the tables. Now the question is, Rupa's question is, sir, this one detects the relationship automatically. Why do we need to create it manually? That is the best practice. Sometimes, right, it automatically detects the column. You remember, I did the data planning, right? I promoted the first row value as a column header. If you don't notice it, it will not create the relationship. You will get confused, right? And that is one thing. And apart from this, even if it detects the relationship automatically, if you are okay with that, still it is always advisable, keep the cursor on top of the relationship, click on it, double click on it. It will open up the edit relationship dialog box and product ID. Okay, these two common column got highlighted, gray color, right? That means these two columns got selected automatically. And also, if you look at this cardinality, here you can see the relationship. What is the type of the relationship? If you click on the drop down, one to one, many to one to many, many to many, you can see that. And we have some cross filter direction. These are the two options or properties, or well, two options are available as part of cross filter direction. This is an interview question. They will ask you what are the options that are available in cross filter direction, single and both. You need to tell that way, okay? The default one is single. Okay, the one way of creating the relationship manually between the tables, you can, for example, if cat ID is the column, and here I have the cat ID column, common column, I just dragged and drop it here. See, here I did it intentionally. The cat space ID is there, but whereas here cat ID is there. Even if you enable the auto deduct, it will not create a relationship between these two tables based on these two. According to us, yes, cat ID and cat ID is same. But according to him, the naming standard is not. Here space is there. Cat space ID is there. Hence, it will not detect. How come it can? It doesn't have that much, the intelligence, right? Common sense, it doesn't have. Only thing is, if the key column names are same between the tables or across the table, it will create the relationship automatically. Since here the cat space ID is there, since it's a cat ID, it will not create it. In that kind of situation, you need to create the relationship manually. So one approach is you can drag and drop the cat ID, drag the cat ID from here and then drop it on top. So that you are telling Power BI, hey, this is the column, you need to use it to link with this table's cat ID column. Is there any other way? For example, I'm going to remove it, delete it. This is one approach. Is there any other approaches available to create the relationship manually between the tables? Yes, that is when you need to click on the manage the relationship icon. Here you will find something like new. Here what you do is you just select the which table we are your category table. Okay. Category table. And then here you need to select dim product and the cat ID, right? But here it automatically detects. Okay, cool. Okay. And one-to-many relationship. Yes, each category will have many products in it, one-to-many. Cross filter direction is single. I'm going to hit OK now. Look here, a new relationship got created. The sales max product ID and dim product ID got increased relationship. This time I'm going to close it. When you see currently there are no line here, right? So look here, a line got created automatically. Since I define it here, and when I close that one, it creates a line between. So, and if you hold the cat ID is good, you need to verify it thoroughly, okay? Whether the relevant columns got linked or not between the tables. Okay, guys, with this, I'm going to wrap up. So this is how you can create the relationship if you are doing the data model design, right? So this is how you need to do it. This is called, the dimensional data modeling. In the dimensional data modeling, there are two types of design. One is the star schema design. Other one is snowflake schema. Hope you understood. The next session we'll discuss about tomorrow we'll continue the session. Don't worry, okay? Because already we had too many gaps. We missed out few sessions. Tomorrow, what we will do is tomorrow also we will start by 4:30. We'll start by 4:30. 6 o'clock we'll finish it off. Okay. Fine. Any questions so far? Or else, can we do one thing, right? Can we have it tomorrow by 3 p.m.? No, yeah. 2 to 3:30, can we have it? Or 2 to 4 p.m. we will have it. Okay? Because tomorrow I will combine the many-to-many relationship along with the cross-filter direction, everything. We'll try to finish up tomorrow itself, the data model part. 2 to 4, we will have it tomorrow. Okay? Is that okay for you all? I think a majority were okay, right? Okay, fine. So 2 to 4 tomorrow we'll have it. Okay. Fine. All right. Since you don't have any questions, I'm going to wrap up the session. Give me some time. We'll upload it later tonight. Okay.